Can SMX recover all the way upwards of the $60 to $70 range once again? Or is this a ticker which is glory days are behind it? You should be cutting your losses and walking away from it. And I'll tell you this, the answer is going to surprise you. Now, why do I say that? That's because, you know, this video, I'm going to try my best to do a not I told you so. Okay, I'm gonna try to do a not I told you so. The stock is down 30%, down to 42 bucks now, right? But you know what, man? Screw it. I'm gonna do the I told you so. I have to do it, all right? Because I got so many damn hate comments. So let's give it a watch, right? This is about a couple days ago when the stock is trading at 60 bucks. Listen to what I said.
SMX is the worst stock you could be buying right now. Literally, if you're holding it right now, go ahead, lock your profits, and run for your life. That's right, my friends. You heard that correct. Now.
All right, now, there was that, okay? Now, today, the stock is down approximately 30%. So what the hell's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on, okay? The company already came out, and they gave themselves a shit ton of shares. Now, it's funny because this offering news that they came out with, right? This offering news that they came out with does not even include them going ahead and actually selling shares yet. Now let's go over here and let's read exactly what happened over here. So it looks like we do have a new filing for them, right? So it says SMX has this is what I was referring to before, right? This is what they did before. It says they came out and they gave themselves 10 million shares. Okay, they gave the company, like, you know, their directors and consultants and employees and executives 10 million shares, right? Because the company's been performing so well, right? It's been performing so well, right, that they gave themselves 10 million shares, all right? I mean, come on. It was at $45,000 this January. It was at $40,000 this January. What do you mean? What's wrong with it, Sam? Well, the reality is that it wasn't at $40,000, right? And this is a misconception that I see a lot of people have, is that they don't really understand how these prices are shown. What you're looking at over here is you're seeing a reverse split adjusted pricing. Okay, so that means that the stock is sold off. It has had a reverse split. It almost went to zero. Then it had a reverse split. What is a reverse split? A reverse split, pretty much, let's say they say, hey, for every 10 of your 10-cent shares, we compress them together, give you one share at $1. Okay, and companies do this in order to keep up with NASDAQ's minimum price requirement of $1. That's why they do it. So the stock goes near zero, then the NASDAQ comes knocking on the door. They're saying, hey, your stock is below our requirement. Like, don't worry, we got it. Bang, there you go, right? They come out with a massive reverse split and they deal with it, okay? And they get their price above $1. So the company has had a 2 for 57. So this 2 for 57 really, and they always have these weird numbers. I don't know what it is with them, 2 for 57. This ends up being like a 1 for 38 pretty much, or 1 for 28 rather. Ends up being a 1 for 28. Give or take, okay? So we got a 1 for 28 over here. Then we have a 10 for 41. So a 1 for 4 over here. And then we have another 1 for 7 over here. And then we have a 239 for 2,600, which again, it's really just a 1 for 10, pretty much a 1 for 8, 1 for 10, give or take. And then we have this one at 1 for 8 again, right? So you look at these reverse splits. The company has had not 1, not 2, not 3, but they've had 4, 5 reverse splits since the beginning of this year. That's what you're looking at over here, right? So that's why it shows $1,400 or $40,000. The stock was never $40,000 per share. It just kept going to zero, they had a reverse split. Kept going to zero, had a reverse split. Kept going to zero, had a reverse split. Okay, good. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, right, because that is a very common misconception, let's talk about the news that they came up with. I told you guys before, I said, listen, this is one of those companies that is ready to come out with dilution. They're ready to dilute. So let's see what happens. So it says SMX has entered into a significant financing agreement with Target Capital One, comprising a $11.5 million convertible promissory note with a 20% OID for $14.35 million face value and access to a $100 million equity line of credit. The company plans to use part of the proceeds to acquire cryptocurrency as a reserve asset, subject to mutual agreement. The equity line arrangement provides SMX with flexible funding to at its discretion, with no minimum commitment or operating restrictions. As part of the agreement, SMX will issue $2 million worth of ordinary shares or pre-funded warrants as commitment shares. The transaction is expected to close. So there you go. So they already came out with 2 million shares. Okay, bang. Okay, $2 million worth of shares, right? Now, that's nothing when you look at the bigger picture, which is 11 million and a potential for 100 million. I mean, It's dilution, man, and they're not gonna stop. They're not going to stop, right? You already have the insiders more likely than not selling shares. Again, this is allegedly, but more likely than not selling shares after they got paid at $70 a share, right? This is a pump and dump. And you know, when I told you guys that it was a pump and dump, people are like, oh, it's not, you clearly have a short position. I didn't have a short position, okay? I didn't have a short position. I just told you guys to sell your position because I care, okay? That's it, because I care for you guys. So when I look at this ticker and when I look at the price action, can it recover? I think that it's not possible at this point because, you know, they're going to be so aggressively selling shares that any pump we get, they're going to sell it again. Now, I do see it potentially coming back up and testing this $50 levels again. That is a possibility, right? Today's kind of, you know, swing highs, you could say. That is a possibility, but I think as time goes by, this ticker's only going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Things are only going to get worse for it, right? And, you know, I think that you guys should really look at the influencers that told you guys, oh, get in, oh my God, it's a big short squeeze. It's going to 100, it's going to 300, right? And look at the people on StockTwits and look at the people on Reddit and all these forums that were pushing you guys and egging you on to continue holding and continue holding, right? Because I'll tell you who goes ahead and, you know, gains from that, right? Who benefits from you holding? Someone else who's holding shares, right? So it's important for you guys to have someone who's able to look from above and say, hey, you know what? This looks like garbage. This doesn't look good. You should stay away from it, right? And the upside to the downside is really not worth it. Now, that's my take. Again, right? I'll tell you guys this, okay? Losing is part of trading, right? Sometimes you live and learn. And I'll tell you guys this, right? Not sometimes you live and learn, and sometimes, you know, the best way to learn is through mistakes, right? I always tell people, I say, you know, I can tell you 1,000 things, but knowing the right thing and doing the right thing are two different things, and you really need to have that, you know, touching the stove and burning your hand moment to realize, oh shit, man, this stove is hot. The stove is hot, I'm not gonna touch the stove again, right? So I think that you should think of this as a learning opportunity and thinking about how you're going to, you know, take the lesson that you learned here and apply it to your future lessons or your future trades. And that's it, man. Move on with a lesson in your, you know, in your book and continue growing as a trader. That's what I did. That's what got me here, right? You know, the shit that I tell you guys is not because I'm so smart and fucking ahead of the game. No, it's just I'm so fucking dumb. I made all these mistakes, okay? But luckily for me, I made them like 5 years ago, okay? So, and I stopped. I was like, you know what, man? This is bad. I'm not gonna do this. I don't wanna lose money. I'm here to make money. I don't wanna lose money, right? And this is why I always tell you guys, I say my number one mantra is not making money is not losing money, but not losing money is just as good as making money. I repeat, not making money is not losing money, but not losing money is just as good as making money. Okay? That's been my number one mantra. That's why I look at the risk to reward to this ticker and go, not good. Okay, there it is. Now listen, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, okay, I trade almost every single day, myself and the group of mentors which I've elected. If you guys want to come trade with us every single day, check out our private community right now. I added 10 more spots to the 50% sale which we have going on, the biggest sale we've ever had, guys. It's sold out. I added 10 more for Cyber Monday. Give it a shot. The link is in the comment section in the description. Let me show you what it looks like, okay? We give you access to everything, man. We give you access to day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, Q&A, everything. Today we made a killing trading QTTB, guys. We crushed it. Our community also comes with a 14 days free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. We're the only community that does that. That does the 14 days free trial and the 30 days money back guarantee. Now, some other communities don't do the free trial, but I'll tell you why they do the free trial. They do the free trial so you forget that you signed up and then your card gets charged and they're like, I gotcha, your money's ours. That's not how we operate. We literally give you 30 days to ask for a refund and we give you the refund. Okay, that's it. Jimby says, 5 days into the 14 days free trial and the Discord costs already paid for. I've only been trading the swing alerts, or also it would be a lot more if I had the time to also day trade. Thanks, Sam, and the amazing team you put together. Bang. My Matt says, been in a few servers on my left, the rest don't even fucking compare, not just the trade quality, but the mentors actually care about you making money. Stop slacking and try the free trial. At least I could say after making all the bread from this place has made me. I read that wrong, but SETI, IVP, CMCT, shout out my man, sent a video. Let's give it a watch real quick.
All right, had to take a little video because of how fucking good these trades have been. But shout out Top Trader Academy, Capital Gains, and Pro Trader JS. Look at the screenshots below. Deadass just paid for my ski trip. I'm out here on the slopes. I haven't done shit all day today except for fucking ski, hit a few buttons on my phone, and fucking made a few $100s.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful. DRCT over here, crushed over here. I made about 53% profits on our options trades and even more exercising my options. On one trade, was able to make up for the fee paid for taking the class. It's all worth it. Thanks so much, Sam and HG, for beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. literally today. Thanks, Bullpig, for a great first day. Literally the first day here. QTTB traded DRCT with us. And also CNEY, quick low trades. QTTB, beautiful. We've been crushing them, man. Again, like, there's a reason why we have over 400 plus members coming back month after month. Jamie says, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord from a pump and dump about 5 months ago. Easily best decision ever. Keep working hard. Lily didn't kill yourself says, this community changed my life. The few thousand I made here this month did not. But getting out of my losing streak on what felt like a damn gambling habit did. Like Sam says, trade the best, leave the rest. And that's exactly what this community has been. Only quality trades thanks to da-da-da. These are the other mentors alongside myself. This is literally 10 days ago. She said this. Beautiful. Anyways, give it a shot, okay? 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next 10 members, 50% discount. I look forward to meeting you guys in Top Academy. Let's make you some money. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.